Tonight, TV6 investigates school safety and what's being done to address the growing number of safety-related incidents across the country.
Last night, we told you about the less publicized safety concerns affecting Michigan and UP students. Tonight, how leaders in schools and in our communities are looking to address that.
Do you feel like generally you are safe when you're here at school?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have adults everywhere, and leaders of the school, they always help, and you know, the cops are around quite a bit to check in.
As the school safety landscape continues to evolve, school districts are ensuring they remain current in training and security investments. These Gladstone Public School seniors say something is working.
I felt safe every day. There was nothing really that happened that I felt unsafe. And if you do, you can always go to the office and talk, and they will help you.
Still, we've seen moments where school safety is put to the test, even for districts close to home that might otherwise appear safe. Since 2021, communities in Oxford, Michigan, Madison, Wisconsin, and Minneapolis, Minnesota have experienced tragic, deadly school shootings. Just last month, schools at Escanaba locked down following a threat involving a gun. Schools reopened the same day after the threat was deemed unsubstantial. But Escanaba Superintendent Kobe Fletcher says any threat is met with immediate action from the school and law enforcement.
We take these things seriously. I mean, you can't not, right? Even if you suspected that something was a hoax, you always have to assume that it's a real threat. And in a situation like that, the very first thing that we want to do is ensure the safety of the students and staff that are in our buildings.
In addition to protocol for how schools and agencies respond, many districts also have added new 24/7 security measures. For Gladstone, it's security cameras and locking all outside doors throughout the school day. Recently, the school also began stocking every classroom with Stop the Bleed kits.
It's a way of being prepared for the worst case scenario. And minutes are huge in those situations.
Some of these safety measures are required by Michigan law. In April, lawmakers passed a bill requiring schools implement a K-12 behavioral threat assessment and management team by October 2026. The team's responsibilities will include identifying and educating the public about warning signs, distinguishing between credible and non-credible threats, and developing a written plan to assist the student exhibiting troubling behavior. And since 2006, schools also have to complete 2 lockdown or shelter-in-place drills per year. Other measures, like large-scale active shooter drills, such as the one Gladstone High School organized last summer, are an extra step district leaders and law enforcement are taking to be proactive. But perhaps the biggest piece of the safety puzzle is the presence of a school resource officer.
I don't think people quite understand how important it is to build relationships with the kids, both in my profession and as a staff members, that these kids feel more comfortable and they feel safe here, and they enjoy being here knowing that people here care about them.
That's a role Mallory Nelson has held for more than a year at Gladstone Public Schools. Gladstone and other districts find peace of mind in having a trained officer close and ready.
To have an officer in the schools at all times, just in case something were to happen. The quick response, whether it's in the school that you're in or nearby, having that quick response is what saves lives.
This isn't Marquette School's first year with an SRO, but it is the first year for Nathan King, who says the job goes beyond just responding to threats.
Building relationships with the students, the staff, and the parents isn't just a school year thing. It's something that happens year-round. When students recognize a familiar face, they feel comfort in that, and they can ask you questions that sometimes they might not want to ask somebody else.
And while having a responsible officer inside a building who can respond immediately to an emergency is a major asset, the city's police department doesn't rely on just the SRO.
Our officers are assigned to do random walkthroughs of the buildings, just being an officer presence in addition to the SRO. We do training for faculty and staff at the schools as far as active violence response. You know, our officers, especially our SRO, do various presentations on topics that are requested by the schools and topics that we feel are important.
And police may be needed in schools now more than ever. As we've previously reported, police and communities have relied on OK to Say, an anonymous reporting tool, since 2014. Last year, Michigan schools saw an increase of 20% in reported tips, setting a new all-time high. Lawmakers appear to recognize that too, as a bipartisan package of bills passed in May looks to further address safety. The legislation requires updated emergency response plans every 3 years and standard safety training for all faculty and staff. That poses the question for some: what more can be done to make sure our schools stay as safe as possible? School administrators, police, and researchers say there can't be complacency when it comes to school safety. Tomorrow night, we'll wrap up this series by taking a look at what these groups say can still be done to improve our school security.